Hello, so I'm going to be showing you how to make a Cocomelon cake topper. I'm just going to walk through everything and make sure that you can understand how to do it. So right here I got on this at the bottom, it says shapes, and I pressed on that, and after I pressed on that, I'm just looking for a circle, and the circle is just going to be the base of the cake topper, just to make sure you can stack everything else on there. You can pick any shape that you want to make any cake topper design. You can press a heart, square, triangle, and you could just look through. So I picked the circle, and I'm just going right now. I'm just going to adjust the dimensions. And after I feel like I'm going to adjust the dimensions, I'm just going to change my dimensions. And this size is going to be a 5.87 by a 5.87. Those sizes are going to be in inches. And just make sure that you unlock before you put the dimensions, because if you put it after the lock, then it's gonna try to proportion it, and sometimes it doesn't make sure that it's like a perfect circle. So after that, we're just gonna press the basic cut, and then you can change it, the colors, and you could just play around with it and make sure that it's the color that you want. But I press blue for mine, and then now I have a blue circle. That's going to be the base, and I'm just messing around with it, making sure that it looks right, and just trying to get the image clear in my head. And the next thing that I'm going to do, I'm just going to make sure that I have everything that I need to keep moving forward. So I am going to double everything, make sure I have 3 of everything, so when it's stacked it gives a real 3D effect. And after I do that, I'm just going to make sure everything is the same images, make sure everything's the same dimensions, and make sure that I have all the Cocomelon images that I need. So I'm just going to go to upload images, and once I do that, you'll see all the images and everything that you need. And my Wi-Fi is being kind of slow, so that's why it's taking a little longer to load. And also, if you pay for the subscription for the Cricut design, you could just type in the Cocomelon design, and it'll show you a lot of Cocomelon designs. And just as this designs from things that I have done, cake toppers that I have made, and little stuff like that I do on my Cricut. So that is why I have so many images. But so just keep going forward, and I'm just looking for the image that I am going to use. It's really deep down there, so just be patient with me. But also, if you guys want to comment down below of what other cake topper I should create or post a tutorial to, just let me know. Comment down below, and also comment down below if you ever use Cricut design, or if you ever use silhouette design, and what do you think works better in your opinion, because I have never used silhouette ever. So I'm still looking through the pictures. My Wi-Fi is still acting up. I'm still scrolling through images, so I'm just like trying to find it. But Cocomelon is a very popular cake topper that I do sell. I sell it on my Etsy, and also I sell it on my Instagram. You can get the link there. I will post my Instagram, or I'll post a link to my Etsy. So I'm going back because I was like, it was just a waste of time. It was just going too far. But I have the images above. So I have the Cocomelon little TV thing. I have the 2 number sign, and then I have a rainbow, and then I have the Cocomelon family picture. And then I have a yellow ribbon. So if you was just to go on images and you would just type in the ribbon, it will be a lot of ribbons that pop up and you could just choose which one works best for you. I like the ones with the little curves, so you can put the name. It looks really nice and it seals everything off really good. It's perfect for both boys and girls. I know sometimes a lot of people say, oh, is the ribbon, good for both girls and boys, and I do think it is, because you can switch the color, you can change the theme, and it just goes really well. So right now what I'm doing, I'm just making sure that everything is being adjusted to the size, and just making sure that everything is well that I need to make this cake topper. So I'm just pulling the two circles to the side because it's access right now, and I'm just looking at the dimensions of the picture of the Cocomelon family. Right now it's 3.52 inches by 3.04 inches, and that picture is going to be in the middle of the cake topper. So that's what the cake topper is going to be centered around. So right now I put it in the back, then I'm going to go to edit, and then I'm going to press arrange, and then I'm going to press bring to front. So that's why it just appeared before the base. So I'm working with this now, and it's going to make sure that everything is emphasized. Everybody know it's the Cocomelon's cake topper. So I just duplicated the images. Make sure you have 3 so you're able to stack and give that 3D look. And then I'm just getting together the rainbow. So I'm doing the same thing, press edit, arrange, and then I'm going to press bring to front. And then as you can see, it was brought too much in the front, so I'm going to press send backward like about 2 times. I think I pressed it because you want to make sure that the Cocomelon family is always in front, because that's what it's centered around, and then everything is going to be the outer details. So that's why you want to make sure that everything is centered around the Cocomelon cake topper. As you can see, I bring it to the top, and I'm just adjusting the size. I feel like the Cocomelon, it's not really giving the Cocomelon, so I just want to make it bigger so it's giving more, bigger. Everybody in the whole room, I'm just thinking about like if everybody in the whole room at the birthday party can see it. So I upgraded the size. I did a 4 by 44 inches by 3.54 inches. So that just made it bigger, made everything look nicer. And I'm just going to go and I'm just going to delete those 2 Cocomelons at the bottom, because I'm going to duplicate those big ones to make sure that everything is right. Make sure that the math is mathing when I make this cake topper. So I'm just going to go through the same thing, press edit, arrange, and then press move to front. To make sure that the banner at the bottom where I'm going to put the name is literally on the cake topper. You can see it visually. I'm just going to adjust it, make sure that I feel like the placement is right. Move that Cocomelon family image up. Move the ribbon up. Make sure everything is adjustable. Make sure everything is proportioned. So right here was a little shift. I didn't want that shift, so I'm just going to move it back. You want to make sure that everything is looking good, because this is the image that you're printing. This is the image that you're stacking, and this is the image that you're giving to your customer or you're making for yourself. And you want to make sure that everything is as proportioned as possible. You want to make sure that everything looks as perfect as possible. So right now I'm taking that number 2, and what I'm doing, I'm just putting where I want. Then I'm going to press edit, arrange, and then I'm going to move to front, and then I'm going to move it back as many layers as I need to make sure that it looks good. But the flexibility of the 3D effect is that when you print everything multiple times, you can kind of adjust of where you want it. So it's going to be like the base, I stack the base normally, then I put the rainbow, then you stack the rainbow however you want, and then you put the Cocomelon, then you put in the number, okay, and then you could just do it, make sure that you have the play. So then right now I'm moving the Cocomelon TV. I'm just going to put it right there, but of course I'm going to press edit, arrange, and then move to front. Make sure that you get duplicates of that too, so you can stack it. And our last and final thing will be putting the name. Oh, I just forgot. I just put those right there. Okay. And then I'm just going to make sure that I do that good. And the Cocomelon is a 1.13 by 1.3. Okay, and then right here I'm just making sure that everything is fine. And I'm also looking at Patricio, the name. I'm just going to tell you the font. It's going to be Don Juan. I'm just trying to make sure that you can see the font and the sizing. The size is 3.65 inches by 0.63 inches. That's the color red. And everything is looking well. So I'm just going to keep moving forward and just make sure that I'm getting ready to put the name on the ribbon. So I'm just making that adjustment right now. And if anybody has any comments, or just make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe. Or if you have any type of tips for using Design Space, just let me know. So right here I'm just making the move, just making sure that everything looks good. Remember to press edit, arrange, and then bring to front. So that's what I'm doing. You can see it. I'm just adjusting, making sure that everything looks good. But you know, you can also alter everything when you have everything cut with the Cricut. Make sure that the letters have the right spacing and everything else is good to you. And make sure that everything looks good when you stack it. So right now I'm just making sure everything looks good. Everything looks good. Everything is giving, you know, ready to party. Making sure that everything is perfect for the customer. And the whole cake topper is done at this point. Just making sure that everybody has that final view, because it really is giving Cocomelon. It was really giving, you know, happy second birthday. Great job. Thank you.